So, good morning. We have today June 2nd, and the countdown started. I prepared yesterday the fundraising campaign, Return to Zion, and we are looking for 250,000 US dollars. And people, of course, want to know what type of new thing is coming now out from Ulf. First of all, it will be a solution to a legal problem I have for now quite some time. Yeah, it is it's a legal body. It's concerning a legal issue because it's concerning a place, and that place is written in the Bible. It's Mount Zion. And so when we are talking about the return to Zion, it's not some illusion. It is to a real place, and it's one of the most prophetic places in all Jerusalem because it's at the exit of the Zion's gate, on the way to the King David's grave. And the King David grave has been like 1 or 2 years ago the place which was declared the upper room, where the Pope actually declared himself in a way like King of Jerusalem. I made quite a number of videos about this. And because I'm very connected to this place, because it's the birthplace of my daughters, it's friends who are living there. I know the area. There is a very deep connection in there, and for the first time in my life, I realized since I was turned 49, this ascent to Zion, up to Zion, is is somehow parallel, connected between the city. The city turned 49 this year. I turned 49 this year, and it's somehow connected with this, with my birth date. Okay, because of the things I did. So to make this very practical. I am currently in legal situations nobody has in these before, because the laws and regulations over the centuries changed. And when you want to return to Israel today, you cannot do that as easy. There are rules and regulations, and there is church law. There is there is the laws of various amutas. There is the law of Israel. There are various political groups. So when somebody comes now practically to Israel and says, I want to stay there, but I'm not Jewish, I want to stay there, I want to live there, I want to give my children a home there, it becomes problematic. So because I went through this whole story, and my kids are born there, and now I want to return, I'm facing, though I have certain rights, I'm facing the legal challenges of Israel, and of UN law, and of church law, and of doctrine, church doctrine, and of the Rabbanut, and things like this on a very practical level. So because of this, I said, okay, there has to be a legal possibility how the lost son, and I am a lost son, I am one of the many sheep of the house of Israel. And because that is, I said, okay, how is this possible that the lost son can come home? How is this possible? So first of all, there has to be a real location. Now that location is indeed Mount Zion. It is Mount Zion. It's one of the most prophetic spots in the Bible, because it says where there will be deliverance. This is where the Lord will dwell, and this is where the Ze'ev, the Ulf, will dwell with the Lamb, and have in the kingdom of peace. This is exactly that location. Okay, and because of that, it's for me, it's an inner drive. I cannot withdraw from this in any way, because it's so connected to my personal life. And this idea of an embassy, I know that a lot of people who are currently looking to go into Israel, but they are not Jewish, they are not following the rules and regulations of Orthodox Judaism, they have a hard time going there. Because the Jews who are living currently in Israel, they don't know who's coming. Are these church guys? Are these Catholics? They don't know. They don't know. Okay? So that means each and every one, from the living stones who are reading the Bible, who are reading the Torah, who feel themselves a part of Israel, but have this issue that they are not Jewish but want to go, they have the same problem like I have. Now, some have these problems at an earlier stage. They just wake up. Some are, some are perhaps already living there, converted, But for me, it's what can I say? It's with kids, with family issues, and there's things which are, in deep connection with biblical judgment and legal judgment are connected with me and my family and the 11 years I've stayed in Israel. So when I'm going out now and ask, this is really my purpose, where I'm saying, okay, I'm the Lord of the Abraham and Isaac and Jacob. He brought me into the position, okay, where I say, okay, the only way out is to return home. Now, how do I do this? Okay, first of all, I have to declare this. I tell everybody I want to return home. But this I want to return home is on a condition. I really want to have a legal body. Because like an ulf, there hasn't been an ulf before. There hasn't been an ulf before. There hasn't been this situation. Why? Because all these laws concerning Jerusalem, they were all created after my birth. They changed permanently. I mean, they're constantly changing. And I want to have a ruling, not only for me, for myself, for my family, for my children, but for everybody who's living out there in the nations somewhere and follow Torah and believe that there is Yeshua, I'm going representative to build a legal voice, a legal representation. Okay, and I'm working for this now for a very long time, 11 years. Now, the second thing is, now the owner of this place is Arik Pelzig. Okay, now his intention is, while I've been there, a long time ago, because I think last time 7 years, we have like Mo and Martin are currently in Jerusalem. They started the contact already last September. I also said some Jewish friends I would like to prepare this location. And there is currently a restaurant in there, okay? But Arik, needs to run this restaurant to basically pay the cost of the building. He just rather would like to live there and become like the guardian of the Mount Zion, to clean it up. Mount Zion currently is in a desolate state. Okay, and we said, okay, this is a perfect thing, because we really want to take the commercial space. It's like everybody who's going to the coming out of Zion, going into Zion has to pass that place. Everybody, when the Pope goes to King David, he has to pass. So we said, okay, we want to take on the commercial part of the building, that we have a postbox there, that we take really make clear up Arik. That he can envision, how this place is, created. Because he's the owner. And we, I personally want to, stand to the agreements I made with him. I want to help him. And by helping him, helping us, to really have a postbox out there. So when you're saying, okay, in the Bible, where's your address? Yeah, it's on Mount Zion. Haven't you read about this? Okay, haven't you read about this? So it's really this return to Zion. I saw now people are always coming into this idea. So the return to Zion, actually, according to Torah, according to the prophets, according to the Bible, according to Jesus, is not only for the Jews. The return to Zion is for all children of Abraham. And there has to be ultimately a new covenant. And that new covenant, is done by saying, yes, we are here. I mean, this is the whole idea of the current Commonwealth of Israel conference, that the people from the house of Joseph are registering in a list that Judah actually knows, yes, we are alive. Now, we don't need a list, we need a place on Mount Zion. And bring this up to the authorities and say, yes, this is a real case. This is a real court case for the Israeli High Court. It's not a matter of faith, it's a matter of law. Zion will be redeemed with justice. Now, the point is that the living stones, they have to act in faith and to support this and make a real covenant and say, yes, I really want to have this. I want to set Arik free. I want to set the Mount of Zion free. There will be deliverance. We have to deliver Ari. We have to deliver Ulf. We have to deliver Mo. We have to deliver Martin. We have to deliver the elders in Zion so that they are able, to really create this representation of the fullness of the Gentiles towards Judah, to create the peace everybody is longing for. Everybody is longing for. It needs a voice, and this is the location. So there is a official address. The official address of Aleph, of Ulf, will be on that mount. This is my target, but it's not only my address, it's the address for everybody. It's the address for everybody who says, yes, I believe that Ephraim needs to come home, of course, and then he needs a representation. It's the most natural thing you can even think of. Now, over the years, I spoke to a lot of leaders. Now the church leaders currently, they think that they have to dogmatically follow the Pope, and in support they only have to support the Jewish people because they are the only Israel, but that is not true. Okay, the real Israel, I said again and again over years now, that the real Israel is hidden inside the church, and people will leave the church by the hundreds and by the thousands, and by the 100,000s they will leave the church because they are not able to stand anymore the dogmatic approach. They are not able to stand anymore that idol worshipping things going on, and people are waking up to the reality that God has a different time calendar. It's not the Sunday worshipping church, no, it's a Sabbath worshipping church. So there will be a lot of people coming out, and then they find themselves in a position we all went through, because they will get accused by rejecting Jesus, by not keeping Torah, by this and this and this, and they do not have a representation. And for these multitudes which are coming in the future, there will coming, millions. The rabbis are talking about there will be millions coming. Okay, we need this location. Okay. And so we start now with $250,000 just to set up the legal environments. We need to pay lawyers so that we can send invitations, make the right claims, get in contact with the right offices, okay, and really make it a diplomatic issue. So it's a national, so that we can say we have a national identity there, not based on some ritual, some religion, some group of ideology. No, that we say we are from the children of Jacob and Joseph. We are Ephraim. We are really the fullness out of the nation. We are not Jewish, but we have this Jesus issue, but we have also the Torah issue. And Zion is the center of where everything happens. This is what God says. And so I ask you now, I'm doing this because currently, according to my understanding, you have to be the least. You have to be the least in order to receive that kingdom. Okay? And so for me, I'm doing this. I have squat. I have now, all my websites are currently down. Okay? Hardly anybody remembered my birthday. Okay? But next year's birthday, it's 25/5, will be Christ's Ascension Day. No matter what you believe, it is my birthday. And there are legal requirements. I want to push this through. And I want to make the most awesome party, actually, which the world has ever seen. In Zion. 50 years Jerusalem Jubilee, the party in Zion, the best musicians coming together, the elders, the church leaders, everybody coming together to look into the secret, of the spirit of Ephraim, to look into that secret. It's a opportunity for everybody, and when we are able to make ourselves one, the prophecies in the Bible will come true. The Spirit will fall. So, please support me there. Get active. Talk about this. Because it will be what can I say? It will be a political statement too. It will be a political statement because Judah, the Zionists, there are two sons of Zion. If you check, Zechariah 9, you see there are two sons of Zion, and Judah is like the bow, and Ephraim is like the arrow. It's in the hand of Hashem, and they will go against the sons of Greek. All right. So it's Judah and Ephraim together. Now the point is with Ephraim that Ephraim cannot be, cannot be made into Judah. He cannot convert. He cannot, because he's Ephraim. So it's not that I don't want to convert anybody from Judah. Now they have their purpose. They are, they have these great promises. So it's up to them to make peace with Ephraim. And so for Ephraim, it's this issue of saying, yes, here I am. Here I am. Make peace with me. Okay. So when when there is this, solid Ephraim representation and a solid Judah representation, then we can make peace. And this is the precondition. We need a national identity from people saying, like the Zionists in the old, they know, I am, part of this house, and I put my money where my mouth is. So this is about, business. It's about money. It's about redemption. It's about payment. And it's about, how you deal with the gifts the Lord has given you. What do you do with the talents? What do you do with the talents? And I want you, to think about how you can put your talents, the things God gave you, ability to use, to bring this embassy about and to solve the biggest riddle of the ages concerning Zion. So bless you. Talk to you later, and please contact me. Share this. I'm willing to go. I'm wherever it takes, and switch into the channel later. Bye bye.